My name is Charlene Myers-Johnson, better known as Charlie. I'm a proud 1980 graduate of South Carolina State, where I majored in health and physical education. Currently, I serve as the Vice President for Intercollegiate Athletics at Voorhees University. Prior to that, I worked for over 31 years for our university as a coach and also administrator. In 1983, South Carolina State hired the first full-time female coach in the history of South Carolina State. I coached volleyball, women's tennis, assistant women's basketball, and then on to administration. With the last 12 of my 31 years, I served as the university's Director of Athletics. When I think about the fond memories I have at South Carolina State, the first thing comes to mind is I was fortunate enough to have two wonderful sets of friends. The women's basketball team, where in 1979, we won the AIAW National Championship in Fargo, North Dakota. Last homecoming, that group of young ladies and myself were celebrated at the homecoming parade. And something that we will always cherish for the rest of our lives. And I give homage to Coach Willie Simon and Coach Lyman Foster, who gelled together 12 young ladies that went out and represented the university in high fashion. My other set of friends I hold so dear to my heart as well. We were known at South Carolina State as B5B. Why? Because we could not wait to pledge. As a freshman, we weren't given that golden opportunity to pledge. And we built such a solid foundation with each other till we created our own. And to this date, we are still together. We travel together. We were at each other's weddings. We were at each other's birth of their children. We travel abroad and within the United States. I look forward to every opportunity I can get to hang out with my B5B sisters. I've been blessed with many firsts within my career. I was the first full-time female coach in the history of South Carolina State. We won the first volleyball championship in the history of South Carolina State. I've been inducted into the South Carolina State University Athletics Hall of Fame, as well as the Voorhees University Hall of Fame and the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference Hall of Fame. So when I think about first, it just encourages me and makes me want to go out and encourage young people. Go out, make your mark on life. But you know what? I didn't start out trying to be the first. I started out trying to be the very best that I could be. And that was embedded in me since I was a child. My mother, who was a single parent due to the early death of my father, raised two young people. Both of us attended South Carolina State. My brother graduated as an electrical engineer. And of course, I mentioned earlier that I am a health and physical education major. My daughter, Taylor, went on to attend South Carolina State. And my son attended graduate school at South Carolina State. And I have to pay homage to my husband, Bertrand Johnson Jr., who is a judge and he's actually the first African-American municipal judge in the history of Orangeburg. So our family has been blessed. And I attribute my blessings wholeheartedly to South Carolina State and the kinds of lessons it embedded into me. So when you talk about full circle, all of the lessons that I learned from South Carolina State has empowered me to do these things. The alumni certainly continues to play a major role in my life. I was fortunate enough when I worked at South Carolina State to attend all of the alumni conventions where I would bring greetings and talk about the latest happenings within the athletics program. So leadership was taught at a high level at South Carolina State. I reflect back on Dr. Kenneth Mosley, who was my professor. Dr. Mosley taught us so many things in life about learning and not looking for the quick way out. All of his exams were summaries. You could not go in with a multiple choice or fill in the blank. You had to really tell Dr. Mosley exactly what you were trying to convey. And to this day, I think that level of detail continues to be in my life. The advice that I would give to students is to network. Network. As the old adage goes, it's not always what you know, but who you know. So if you get out there and you open up to people and you share your life and you are vulnerable, then people will accept you in. No matter where I have traveled in the United States and abroad, I always run across an alum of South Carolina State. That is such a huge sorority, fraternity within itself. When I look back over the years, it seems like it was just yesterday that I took my first plane ride as a member of the women's basketball team. It feels like just yesterday that I met my friends on the first day that I entered the university. It seems like just yesterday that I started my career there. So there's so many beginnings, and hopefully there are not many endings, because the university continues to brand and cover and love on young people. So I invite us as graduates to always reach back, give back, lift someone up, because we got our start there, and thank God that we're able to be the people that we are today. I say to all of us, let's continue to love on each other. Let's continue to love on South Carolina State, and let's just be loyal Bulldogs. Go Bulldogs.